morning, everybody. How are you? Hope you all feel good. Um, Thanks for the feedback of the last video. If you didn't watch or if you didn't know, the last video, the audio wasn't working. It was really, really low. So thank you for everybody that texted me to tell this, and also for my mom and for all persons around me. Well, we all can see, today the devotional it's will be a kind of different because it's not only a thing to remember someone loved that are not with us anymore, but it's also um, a look to the time of God and our time and how it can be together. First of all, I would like to tell you guys that, as you can see in the title of the video, this last week, last Sunday, uh, very warm and loved, and kind of it was really important for me, and I think I'm sure for a lot of people here in Brazil. A young boy that he was called Hiro. He had a sentence from China, and he was Brazilian, but he has the Chinese descendants. So last Sunday he died, and he was Christian. It was, I think, for me and for all the people that knows him and not maybe know that really meet in person, but know to see on the phone, see on the I don't know, on the street. On the street, he was influencer, digital influencer too. So it come over us, all of us here in Brazil, because he was really young. He had 19 years old last Sunday, and everybody was really shocked when we just realized this news, because I think most of us doesn't want to believe that it was real, but yeah, it was. I'm really sad with that. This week wasn't really easy, wasn't nothing. But I I pay attention in one thing. I was just rolling in his in the screen of his page, and I found his favorite Bible verse, and I would like to read it to you guys. And also, we're gonna come back to talk about it and talk about the time. That thing just make me think about all of it, and also about the situation in Ukraine. I think that have a little bit of a little piece of what I mean here, and what I mean here, what God means here, and what is happening. So Hebrews, Hebrews 13, verse 5. No, sorry, verse 8. That it will say to us, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Okay, this is, oh my God, this was his favorite Bible verse, and what can we learn with that? I was thinking about this, the thing about the word time. You know, what is the space between 2 points? You know, you guys see in Facebook, when it was a fever when it was started, that everyone would like to write there, oh, it's in my timeline. You can see that in my timeline. What is a timeline? What that does mean to you, to me, to everybody? In this case, I was thinking about the time is so precious for us. The time with people, maybe people that we never knew, people that we never saw, people that we just see uh, across the way, across our way, people that I don't know about you, but in my life, I have so many people in high school that I knew, that I see, and today, looking for today, I don't I have any idea of how they look today. I don't know if I pass in front of one of them today, I will probably not recognize. So pay attention in this time, in this kind of time. Um, I have time to stay with my family. I have free time. What is the importance of the time? What it can, what is the meaning? Well, we already learned, I already told you guys that words and expressions and things have two meanings. It's the same thing, the same example of see and look, the same example of hear and listen. So the time for me can have a meaning, and for you have one completely different. And thinking about it, at sun, Saturday, Saturday night, I cook for myself my dinner, and I start to eat. But before I start to eat, I just came from university. But um, when I was preparing the food, I just finished, and when I was done, I take a picture and put in my stories on Instagram and Facebook. And I just was feeling thankful for that, grateful for that time, for that meal. And I was really, it was like I was feeling that. I was really feeling grateful, but with something in my heart that I didn't know what it was on that time, on that time. And at the morning, I just realized what it was, why I was feeling so grateful, but doesn't understand why I wasn't happy. I think that it was because I was tired. But looking from now, I can understand better the vision. Um, and yes, what I would like to say is that when you in the verse 4, 5 that I told you in the same chapter, we can see that Jesus say to us that yes, keep your lives free from the love of money and be satisfied with what you have. Just coming back some two verse on verse 2, they say that remember to welcome strangers in your homes. The situation that we are passing here. Um, let's just take a break here. We are not here in Brazil. We are not kind of allowed to receive people from Ukraine because it's really far, right? But we have a lot of people here from Argentina, from South America, Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, Venezuela, Colombia. So it's good. It's really good for you, and also some Arab countries too. So the second part is that there were some who did that and welcome angels without knowing it. Yes, my grandma always say that to us that she was thinking about don't go to church in a specific night, and it was day yet, but when she go out of her house thinking about it, no, today I will tonight I will not go to church, and a girl pass in front of her house and say, "Hey, Miss Kathy, are you going to church tonight?" And my grandma say, I think that she probably think, "Oh my God, what I'm gonna do now? How can I say that to this girl that I will not go, and I don't know, she looks so happy. So my grandma say, yes, of course, I'm going to church tonight. And she just say, okay, that's great. I don't remember if she say see you tonight or not, but my grandma always say to us that the the facial expression of that girl wasn't common. It wasn't normal. It was so beautiful, and everybody that was in the neighborhood, looked to her and say, "You are talking alone or something? Because don't have any girl here. We didn't see any girl." So it probably was an angel, because I think that our faith is based on that. Sometimes we don't have strength to go, so you can borrow some some faith from your neighbor or your friend, or from your pastor, or your boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife, your brothers and sisters. So she was into go to church on that night, and it was amazing, the service, and she received a lot of a lot of blessings on that night. Just keep going. Remember those who are in prison, as though you were in the prison with them. Remember those who are suffering, as though we suffering as they were. What that what that means? We just will come back to Matthew chapter 5, verse 4, that says, "Blessed are those who mourn; God will comfort them." And also on the third, the first verse of the true happiness, the verse 3, say that blessed are those who know they are spiritually poor. The kingdom of heaven belongs to them. Okay, so what is the thing that in common between this passage, this message, and the message of Hebrew? Because we can see that Christ share with us this the weight, the sadness, um, the suffering. He will he sees, he understand, he will comfort us, and also the other persons. I was thinking about that the time, um, when I put on the story the food that I was eating. I just remember in the Sunday morning, and I was like, oh my God, I was eating while he was dying, or maybe he was already dead on that time. And yes, it's the difference of your time to my time, to the word time, and to the time of God. Sometimes we cannot understand why young people die, but it's not from our right, know or not, understand or not, in some situations, God's plan. It's not about us, it's about him and his will. um, and looking at that, I just remember that have so many persons that are suffering now, and maybe you are so happy now. Are so many persons in hospital. I'm as a nurse, I see so many persons in hospitals, and it's so sad. You guys have no idea. It's so sad, because the atmosphere there. It's so it's a thing that we cannot don't have any comparison, because there are persons that are in a car crash accident. There are persons that are dying. There are persons that are women giving birth. Some the baby doesn't live. Some others go happy because the child that they think that it was dying because he just jumped from from some place high is okay, just broke two bones, and it's okay. But it's a normal thing from children. So this verse that in Hebrew that in Hebrews that they say that to also remember the persons in prisons, the persons that are suffering, the persons that because of that. That was my reflection on that day, and along all this way, along all this thing, that all this journey that we think about the time, we also can see what Jesus say, what about the time. There on the verse on the Hebrews, I took off the pen. Did you guys see that? Now we're going to wait. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, come on. Oh my god. No problem. But the thing that I wanna just a second. The thing that I wanna tell you guys here, I found it, is that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So reflect about that. And for Hero Family, I would like to say that I feel really sorry. The smile of your son brings me a lot of joy and comfort. And yes, is that. Thank you so much for being their parents. And I think that you, Mr. and Miss, you raise him up really well. So don't feel guilty or nothing like that. And as I always try, right? You guys know me. I will try to say that in their language. I don't know if it will work or not, but I will try that. Woman who 深深地想念你 will gonna always feel his miss deeply. So see you next Saturday. Shabbat Shalom.